Hey guys!
Hello. So what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for joining us in this live stream studio of NetEase. I'm your host, Randall John. So today we're going to be actually talking about this brand new mobile version of EVE Online, aka EVE Echoes. So together we're so happy to bring in our senior producer, Sue, joining us. Please say hi to our fans.
Yeah. Hello guys, I'm Su, producer of the Echoes. I have played you online for a long time, so welcome to this okay.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Sue. So on top of that, we have two of our brilliant game designers in our developers team. We have Melos and Lestat. Please say hi to our fans.
Hi, I'm Melos, game designer of EVE Echoes.
And hi, I'm Landstock, also game designer, working on economy and combat balance.
All right. Thank you guys for joining in. So just so you know, as you know, the hardcore, die-hard fans of our EVE Online, you probably have heard the news that we're going to be officially releasing this mobile version of EVE Online, aka our EVE Echoes. So first thing first, guys, would you please describe and introduce this mobile version of EVE Online, namely EVE Echoes, for all our players, especially new players?
Of course, EVE Echoes is a MMORPG on mobile platform. It's built based on the famous EVE Online. It's a sci-fi sandbox game.
And also we highly restore the classic gameplay as well as the good art performance of EVE Online to mobile. Yeah.
Yep, thank you so much. So just so you know, guys, so the EVE Online has been a very famous, very prestigious game for quite a long time. So we got many, die-hard fans of it. So I was wondering, the reason why you guys want to transmit all these kind of achievements that you guys have made on EVE Online to mobile devices. So why did you guys curate this brand new mobile version of it?
Okay. Because my English is very poor, so we said the Chinese, and the other help me translate for the English.
Sure.
Sorry.
No problem.
Begin. 因为我们开发整个手游这一块最早的时候的初心也是希望能够扩大EVE的影响力。原因是一方面是我是一个EVE的老玩家，有这方面的期望；另一方面 CCP game 这一块也希望能够做这样的事情。所以这一块扩大影响力这块是双方能够达成共识的。然后其次是因为我们所在的 NE 就是 NetEase 团队这一块，我们在于端游转手游这方面有比较丰富的经验。然后我们也希望在手游方面做一些突破，例如像EVE中的一些比较自由的经济体系，相对比较开放的世界等等这些，也希望能把这种更开放的体验带给全世界的玩家。谢谢。
Yep. So as an hardcore like an OG player myself, as an EVE enthusiast, we just want to expand this influence of EVE, and also we want to attract more new players, more as possible, to experience this charm of New Eden. And this is always going to be our dream. And on top of that, as game developers, it is our honor to take a challenge and also break the limitation on mobile. So this is pretty much the reason why we just curate this brand new mobile version of EVE. All right, so guys, moving on, I was wondering, as game designers and also game developers, working together all the time, working as a team, are there any, interesting or funny stories between you guys or between you guys and our players? Please share with us.
So the most impressive story is on the first 2 days of open beta. Because we underestimated the number of the players who want to join this test, the server is not well prepared and is under really great pressure. And the server crashed for about 2 days. So during that time, when players trying to log into the game, they will see a green shiny words called Kasoi on their screen. Yes, and our players in the community, they create a meme picture and seeing that the evil Kasoi god ruined the universe and crashed the server.
Okay.
And this story is really impressive, not only because it's those meme picture is pretty funny, but also I really appreciate that our players, they are very tolerant and they didn't blame us for not well prepared, but they gave us patience and time to help us to fix the server.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, we are very grateful. We highly appreciate all your feedbacks and all your anticipation and support for our developers team. So what about you, Sue? Any words for our fans?
我们就这一块儿，也帮我翻译一下吧。
OK
就我们也希望能够和玩家保持一个非常紧密的联系，然后也感谢之前的测试中玩家给予的一些理解和支持。然后未来我们也会在这一方面做更多的内容，后面我们也会逐步去介绍它。
Yeah, so guys, we just want to, maintain this emotional connection with all our players. Thank you so much for your anticipation and also your expectation. Thank you so much. All right, so coming up next, a lot of our players, a lot of our fans are really concerned about this, official releasing date of our EVE Echoes. So, as as a representative, I was wondering, so how is the designers this process going on? Like, when can we actually see the final release of this game?
Let me answer this question.
Okay.
Currently, we are actively working on the feedback from the last open beta test, as well as we are actively working on some new features, such as the cooperation, Omega Clone, and the personal outpost, which will be introduced later. Yeah.
All right. So just now you have mentioned all these brand new terms and terminologies like corporation, Omega Clone, like engine, stuff like that, which will be covered by us very soon. So
Yes.
please be patient. All right. So want to add something? Sue?
Please have me. Yeah.
Sure.
就整体现在看，我们开发还是比较顺利的，反正多少受到一些影响，但相应的我们也做了一些调整，然后稍后我们也会把正式的上线的时间也公布出来，稍后请大家也期待一下。
All right. So the process of this developing of our EVE Echoes is going on really well. So we're trying to, release this game as soon as possible, and we just want more players to be embraced, to be invited into this gorgeous universe of EVE Echoes. Okay, so thank you so much for your introduction. So I just can't wait to see this final release of EVE Echoes. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'm being, very grateful, very excited.
Yeah,
So
me too.
just for those of you who want to, have a taste before the official release, we have actually prepared a video introducing several unique features of this EVE Echoes. So guys, let's check it out. Well, guys, this has been a really fantastic and really flamboyant game footage video. And actually, you guys can see a lot of, interesting and distinctive all these features and small elements in this game footage, which is for you guys to explore and to experience. So coming up next, we have seen that this, game footage video is actually really flashy, really attractive, especially its visual presentation part, its user interface. Just so you know, from the year of 2017 till the year of 2020, we have made a lot of progress and a lot of breakthrough in terms of this UI, user interface of our EVE Online. So would you guys please introduce for all our fans like some basic improvements, some major breakthrough that we have made in regards to this user interface? Please.
So our user designers, they are really brilliant, and I'm very happy to represent them to show some screenshots during our development process. So here you can see is 4 images from 2017 to 2020. The first one is the first playable demo of EVE Echo. So you can see we finished some basic rendering and have some like simple UI to control the ship. And the second one is we try to introduce some classic elements of EVE Online into the game, such as overview, such as lock and attack, something like that. And the third one is the most well-known one because that's the interface of our open beta test and also alpha test. And the last one is the brand new 2020 version in our following launch. And here we did a lot of new optimization in this game. And this part, I will leave them for you to explore.
So all these journey and also all these fantastical experience is for you guys, for our players. So find, to explore yourself. All right, so coming up next, we got a lot of players who have been really concerned with this cooperation in our brand new EVE Echoes. So me, myself, as an amateur, as a rookie player myself, I got a lot of homies, a lot of roommates, and also even my girlfriend herself. We want to play as a team together in this, universe of EVE Echoes. So with this cooperation, so finally we can play with our homies together, right? So would you please, introduce this cooperation in EVE Echoes for all our fans?
Of course. And so the cooperation is the most frequently asked question in our last test. And here we did trying to introduce cooperations into our launch. So you can see here is 3 screenshots of our cooperations in game. The first one is the main interface of a corporation. You can see we put the corporation headquarters on this interface to come up with a feeling of home to the corporation members.
Like the base, right?
Yes, so you can access your corporation headquarters on this interface very easily. And the second one is that our graphic designer trying to introduce a brand new banner, customizable banners into the game. So you can see instead of icon or portrait for your corporation, now you will create a full banner for your corporation members. And the third one, the third picture is hard to see, but I put this picture here is to showing that we are trying to restore some classic elements of EVE Online. So we will have corporation hangers, corporation wallet, and also all the permission settings and the role settings in EVE Echoes.
So guys, right now with this cooperation, we can actually play with our homies together right now in this brand new fantastical universe of EVE Echoes. So coming up next, we're moving to a question which is a little bit, sensitive. It's about this monetization system in our game. Just so you know, there are many online games that exist in this kind of pay-to-win phenomenon. I don't know if that's going to be some problematic thing in this universe of EVE Echoes. Like, would you please introduce this monetization system in EVE Echoes for all our players?
Okay, that's really a good question. And also that's a very popular topic on our community. I'm very happy to talk about it. We follow the basic concept of the monetization plan of EVE Echoes, EVE Online. We have the Plus and we have Omega Clone. Yes, the Plus can be traded in the market, so you can buy the Plus with ISK. Also we also divided the Omega Clone into 2 levels.
2 levels.
So player can choose what they want, of course, in different price.
Yeah, okay, different folks, different strokes. It's all about levels, guys. Right, so aside from that, Sue, would you please tell us whether there are going to be, some pay-to-win phenomenon existing in our universe?
Please help me translate.
Sure, will.
整个付费框架这一块儿，其实我们也是考虑了很多当时玩家的一些反馈，然后我们最后决定的方式就是尽可能参照原有 EVE Online 的商业化体系，然后以欧米伽克隆付费涂装，以及和技能加速相关的内容为付费体系的，然后旨在给大家一个比较优质的体验的这种付费方式。
Yeah. So actually, guys, we have gained a lot of feedbacks from our community who are complaining about this pay-to-win phenomenon. So we have decided to borrow, to actually transmit this monetization system from EVE Online directly to EVE Echoes. Our basic purpose is just to provide our players with a very reasonable monetization system, just to benefit you guys. All right. Okay, so coming up next, we're moving to a brand new element existing in our EVE Echoes, and namely Capsuleer Outposts. So just so we know, this is going to be a very new element. A Capsuleer Outpost is going to be added into our EVE Echoes universe. So how are they utilized, and how can what can our players do with all these outposts?
Okay, I will answer that.
Sure.
We designed the personal outpost to provide a home base for the pilot while they are traveling on the solar system without NPC station. Yes, and the most difference between the Citadel in EVE Online and the outpost in EVE Echo is that the Citadel belongs to the corporation, and outpost belongs to the individual players. Yes, okay. As we all know, the Citadel is introduced to players much later than the corporation in EVE Online. So the players can build the Citadel together. Yeah, but in EVE Echoes, the outpost was introduced at the very beginning of the launch. So we designed the personal outpost to help player to explore the dangerous outer space at the beginning. Yes.
So what you're saying is that all these Capsuleer outposts are basically just designed for all these individual players at the beginning of the game, right?
Sure.
Okay. So what about all these corporation players? So are they going to be able to build up their infrastructures as a corporation players?
This question we answer. Please help me translate. Yeah. 因为考虑到就是我们的整个游戏情况，还有玩家的军团组织的情况和 EVE Online 会有所不同，所以我们在前期会把 Outpost 放在一些单人的方面上，但是我们也会在未来玩家需要获取主权之后，在00地区建立的一系列建筑会和军团放在一起，我们也会提供更多的这种军团建筑给玩家在00地区提供一系列包括生产啊，或者是这方面一些获取资源方面的一些帮助。
All right, so guys, so right now, currently, all these Capsuleer outposts will be just exclusively for individual players, but we're trying to, make all our players, especially our corporation players, be able to build up their own infrastructure, especially in the no-sec region in the future. All right, thank you so much for your introduction. So coming up next, we're going to be moving on to some topics which are less sensitive. Okay, feeling a little bit relieved, right?
Yes.
All right. So this question is specifically about this new skin.
Okay.
Ship skin. Okay, so are there going to be any new ship skins coming out?
Yes, we are actively making making the classic ship skin from EVE Online, and our artist team are trying their best to design some good original ship skin for EVE Echoes. So, like for example, yes, for example, on the right side of the screen, there is a new Yanjun.
The fifth element, the Yanjun.
The fifth element, yeah.
Okay.
From the Yanjun film.
All right.
Ship skin designed for the guaranteed battleship. Yeah.
Impressive. Okay. So since you have actually mentioned this faction of Yanjun, this is some topic we're going to be talking about like really soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, but before that, we're going to be, first of all, covering this tutorial systems introduction. So just so you know, we got a lot of, new players who want to be, embraced into this universe of e-vehicles, but they will still find this game a little bit complicated. So we're still going to need this tutorial system to teach all our new players the way to play the game. So there are going to be, some improvements in regards to our tutorial system in this e-vehicles.
So as we all know that the EVE Online is very famous for its learning curve. And we have a lot of jokes saying that the learning curve of e-vehicles is quite like a cliff.
Okay.
And it's pretty hard for newcomers to step into this fantastic
You survive
universe.
into the universe or you fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. And most people are dying on their way for climbing this
All right.
cliff.
Makes
And
sense.
so based on this, we are trying to introduce some advanced tutorials for the players. So not only about teaching you the basic operations of your ships and other stuff, we're also trying to build a goal for the players. So let them know what they can do in this universe and what kind of people they want to become. If you want to become a miner, then we will have some miner carrier plan for you. If you want to do some combat, to be a pirate, do some PvP stuff, then we will have some combat tutorial for you. So based on this, we will have some advanced carrier introductions on our new tutorial.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for upgrading your tutorial system, benefiting, serving as a savior for rookie players just like me. Okay. On top of that, we have, some other features to cover. Like, would you guys please introduce several, some additional features and elements that you guys want to talk about?
Let me see. Okay, let's take the offline autopilot as an example. Yeah.
Autopilot.
Yeah, I think the offline autopilot is one of the most valuable feedback from the last open beta test from the player. Yeah. Last time, some players complained about that they have to warping and keep jumping on the mobile devices for too long. Yeah. Yeah. So we decided to introduce the offline autopilot. So for now, you can just set the destination and then begin and close the game, or even drop off the phone.
Okay.
And do something else, and you will receive a push to remind you have arrived the destination. Yes.
All right, guys. So did you hear that? So with this offline autopilot mechanism, now you can just possess a ship that can drive itself.
And also, I want to say that here is a very interesting trick on the footage just before. Maybe you didn't notice that. Is that we started this footage from interface of your phone. This is not a bug. It's intended to do that. If you pause that part and view it carefully, you will find that we put a notification of autopilot on that page. You will see that the notification telling you your ships arrived the destination and the autopilot stopped.
Great. All right. Very nice of you guys. So basically right now I can just, set my ship to autopilot mode and do something funny with my girlfriend, and when I come back, bam, my ship is there. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, thank you so much. So any more optimization that you guys want to cover? Sue?
Yeah, I think please help me.
Sure.
Yes.
No problem. Yeah.
大严峻的那个内容优化的，整个这一块就是我们也建立一些相应的那个平台啊，或者这些去提供一些就是模拟一些玩家登录的情况，然后用这些来模拟真正上线的时候玩家会遭遇到的一些情况，然后我们也提供了一系列就是能够向更低机型去覆盖的内容，然后通过这些方法来覆盖更多的用户，主要是这些。
Actually, we have made a lot of tests to upgrade and adjust our server to make sure to confirm that we actually embrace and invite a lot more players to join us in this universe of e-vehicles. So, Reynolds, want to add something?
Our programmers, they are working really hard on this part. So after last test, our programmer has built a new test platform, which can simulate like more than 10,000 players logging into the server at the same time. So hoping that by doing this way, we can find those bugs earlier before the actual launch. And also we introduced several levels of graphic settings. So to try to increase the capability to some low-end devices. So the optimization is quite like a background work. Maybe they tried like several months, several weeks working on that, but you will see just a little improvement. But that part is pretty important, and I also want to appreciate our programmers. They did a great job.
So yeah, thank you so much for your contribution and your dedication. So with this optimization of our servers, so probably we're not going to be able to see this Kasoi rules the world kind of thing, right? Not anymore.
I hope so.
I don't even know if that's a bad thing, it's a good thing or not. Anyways, all right. So guys, so just previously we have talked a little bit about this brand new faction of Yanjun, or Eve Echoes. So right now we're going to be diving into it and talk about the history and feature of it. So would you please, introduce this Yanjun faction for all our players?
So actually, Yanjun is not a new faction to the Eve universe.
Okay.
It's one of the ancient faction in the Forgotten Age of New Eden, and they left New Eden for some unknown region, and they returned recently to Eve Echoes. So from these two pictures, our artists try to introduce something to us. So the first one is the first person who reached New Eden again. Her name is Yue. And
Okay.
the second picture is showing us some advanced warp technology of Yanjun.
Oh. So what is this kind of technology?
So this will work very close as a jump drive in
Jump. Okay.
existed technology of New Eden.
All right.
But the jump and warp technology of Yanjun will be more advanced.
Okay.
And we will introduce those modules in the future.
All right. Amazing. So aside from that, I was wondering if there are any brand new features. Oh, so we can see there's like a cruise ship, right? Which
Yeah.
has a unique shape. So would you please introduce it for us?
So actually, this one is a battle cruiser.
Okay.
So the shape of this ship is inspired from Oriental historical weapon,
Okay.
which is quite similar as the spear.
A
which-
spear.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Like a
used.
blade.
It's used on the battlefield against the cavalries. So we're trying to introduce this kind of historical feelings, historical elements to this ancient faction to bring us more unique historical feelings. So in the future, you will see other like Yanjun ships. They will have some historical elements of their designing.
Yeah, guys, just so you can definitely see some Oriental kind of features, some like aesthetic values of our Oriental people. So I was wondering, what is the reason? Like, why did you guys want to curate this, Yanjun faction and bring them into the universe of Eve Echoes?
Yeah, I answer this question.
Okay.
Please help me. Yeah.
Sure.
燕郡从就是最早的时候，其实它的来历是这样的，就是我们最开始和 CCP 在接洽的时候，然后燕郡这个势力在异物宇宙中就已经存在了，因为通过在甘伦特地区的一些遗迹啊，还有什么大家都能看到，但相应的内容却一直没有补全。然后我们在和 CCP 在讨论相应内容的时候，大家就提到了。可以补全一些相应的内容，然后我们就去补全燕郡这一块儿，因为主要就是一方面，我们的团队或者这些方面主要是以东方的这些为主，那么我们比较有这些方面的一些文化可以去补足这一块儿，然后另外就是CCP 和我们都希望整个义务的世界更加多元化一些，所以。最终我们一方面是熟悉，另一方面也是大家都期望这样，就把燕郡这个势力重新加入到这个宇宙中，主要是在 Eve Echoes 中体现。
Okay, guys, so just so you know, Yanjun is not actually a new thing in the universe of Eve. It's been existing in the universe for quite a long time. But during the process, during the time when we were just co-working together with CCP Games, representing NetEase, we're trying to, incorporate some of this, Oriental kind of features and all these aesthetic values, of our Oriental people to make this whole universe of Eve more diversified. So that's pretty much the reason why we have added some Oriental kind of features, which,
Yes.
We're quite familiarized with because we are from the Oriental world, right? Okay, so coming up next, so we're moving to this future projection of Eve. Like, this game is due to be released like very soon, right? So, like, I was wondering, like, what is your future projection of this game? Like, what's your future prediction about this future prospect of Eve Echoes?
Oh, OK， Please help me
Sure.
translate. OK，就是我们后续其实一系列的工作还是要继续完善，然后我们也继续按照上一次大家反馈的一些内容进行调整。然后我们希望就是玩家能够在社区跟我们一起提一些意见，或者说是和我们一起去做好整个的这一块的游戏。
Yeah, so guys, basically our future projection of this Eve Echoes is just to constantly making, optimization, upgrading on our, mechanism in our game, and we just want to, curate the best fictional game on the mobile devices together with you guys, with all our supporters and players. And actually, I just want to know the official, like, exact date of the releasing of our new Eve Echoes. Would you please tell us?
OK，
This is going to be the meat,
这个
like the
其
major
实
content of this live stream, everybody.
其实这个话题就是也算是整个这一次发布内容或这一次直播最重要的内容了。就是我们打算是把整个游戏的发布定档时间放在8月份，8月中旬。
All right.
Yeah. I think this question is very important. So
Okay.
we use my very full English.
Please.
Say this thing. Yeah. The game will launch in August, mid-August. Yeah.
So mid-August this
Yeah.
year, right?
Yeah. This
So
year,
guys,
mid-August.
did you hear that? So there's a brand new mobile version of Eve Online, namely Eve Echoes, is due to be released this August, like 3 months away. Woo! 07, guys, 07. Okay, so thank you so much for finally telling us this official releasing date of new Eve Echoes. So to congratulate and to express our enthusiasm, our excitement right now, so we have actually prepared a video introducing this game of Eve Echoes. So guys, once again, let's see it.
Two things fill the mind with ever new and increasing admiration and awe. The more often and steadily we reflect upon them. The starry heavens above me, and the moral law within me.
战争。
Wow, guys, another fantasmical and really, gorgeous, flamboyant introducing this game footage video about this newly released this Eve Echoes. I don't know how you guys feel. I feel, really excited, especially hearing that female character saying the words, "I am Yanjun." That basically just turned me on, guys. Okay, so how do you guys feel right now? So after announcing the news of this releasing date of Eve Echoes.
I'm really excited. Excited about the launch time, the August, and also excited the upcoming crazy June and July. Yes.
Okay. Crazy June and July. A lot of work to be done, right? Okay, so what about Mellows?
I'm excited too, and I'm more curious about the new interactions and new stories will happen in our community after the launch.
Yeah. So we definitely want more feedback from you guys in our community. So what about?
Yeah, I'm very happy. But we have the more works next month.
Yep.
So
a long way to go, man. A lot of work to be done. So definitely we're on the road all the time. Just want you guys to support us, follow us, and love us. All right, so aside from that, we actually got a very special guest joining our live stream studio. So he is not right here, actually, because he is personally right here in Iceland. But he has sent a video, paying his best wishes and his congratulations about this new Eve Echoes. So who is he? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Hilmar joining us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hilmar Petersson. I am the CEO of CCP, and I am very excited to be talking to you all here on this live stream to celebrate Eve Echoes. So I personally have been working on Eve for 20 years, and Eve in many ways, when it came out in the beginning, was an impossible undertaking. It was the first game developed in Iceland. It was the first single-sharded MMO, and many other firsts with Eve Online. And often we have dreamed about bringing Eve to other platforms beyond the PC and Mac versions we have had over the past 17 years. Eve actually turned 17 on the 6th of May. And mobile certainly was often in the conversation. But it seemed in many ways impossible to bring such a big game like Eve Online onto the mobile screen. But when we met Suwe and his team in 2017, we saw a path that the plan he presented to us looked absolutely crazy. It reminded me a lot when we were making Eve Online initially. And now through hard work, both with NetEase and with CCP, we are now ready to announce when it's going to be released. That is a monumental achievement of both sides, and I want to thank particularly the team at NetEase and everyone at CCP who has been contributing to this. We've been working on this project hand in hand for now 3 years. Through COVID, through all the trials and tribulations the world has gone through in that period. We have multiple touch points throughout the week, Slack channels, wiki pages, PowerPoints. It's been a titanic effort from hundreds of people to get to this point. I personally am very excited to see how players embrace this amazing creation when it comes out in August. I definitely encourage everyone to pre-register, be it Google or Apple, and join us all in August to play a next generation science fiction MMO, which is Eve Echoes. See you there.
All right, see you there. Thank you so much, our dear Hilmar, the CEO of CCP Games. Thank you so much for paying your best wishes and your congratulations, actually your compliments for our developers team, and I wish you all the best, Hilmar. All right, so coming up next, we're moving to this Q&A session. So first things first, a shout out to all our developers, our game designers, and all these programmers, in our developing team of CCP Games and NetEase, because this is going to be, a joint effort, participated by all our staff members from CCP Games and our NetEase, which is like a collaborated work which need you guys support. All right, so coming up next, let's move on to this Q&A session. So guys, we actually have we have gathered several questions from our community. So we have got a lot of questions for you guys to answer. So specifically, we got 5 questions from our community. Let's check them out, like one by one. First things first, are the personal outposts going to be attackable? I mean, in both high-sec region, low-sec region, or no-sec region?
I'll answer that question.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, the personal outpost can only be anchored at the low-sec and non-sec system.
Low-sec and no-sec.
Yes. So of course, they will be attacked.
Sure.
Yes.
All right, guys, remember to protect your outposts. Okay, coming up next, we have our second question. Will exploration be in launch? By exploration, we probably mean scanning data and also, relic sites.
So in current stage, we are more focusing on some basic features like corporations, alliances, like contract, something like that. And we will gradually introduce some exploration tools in the future versions. But in the launch, we will have some relics for you to explore.
All right. So thirdly, we got another question asking us about ships, all these spacecrafts. So are there plans for bigger ships, such as subcapitals and capitals?
That's a good question.
Okay.
I will use the famous word from Meadows. Yeah, soon we are working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, that means at the launch, the ships bigger than the battleship will not appear. Yeah, and we have plans to design the capital, and titans. Yeah, but they will appear to our games later in a form of DLC maybe.
All right.
Yes.
So it's going to be put in our DLC version of eVehicles.
Yes.
All right. So coming up next, this question is actually really good. It's about this anti-cheating system. 'Cause just so you know, these cheaters are everywhere. Basically just existing in every online games. Pretty much including our eVehicles. So how can we deal with all these cheaters with our anti-cheating system?
Yeah, this question may ask.
Sure.
Please help me. Yeah.
No problem.
就是反外挂方面，其实是我们未来运营之后的最重要的一个工作之一。然后我们也会去结合 CCP Game 的一些经验，然后也通过一些网易其他手游，包括一些端游的一些经验，然后把这些内容整合起来，来用在我们的 UX 中，来进行一些外挂打击或者说是外挂的识别工作。当然也欢迎玩家来相应的举报这些外挂，然后能够帮助我们更快的去识别这些东西。
Yeah, so guys, this is actually a very crucial topic that we attach a lot of importance to. Because, during the time when we were just co-working with this CCP game team, we have gained a lot experience to, prevent all these cheaters from, damaging the balance of our games. So basically, we just need you guys. We need your support, need your feedback. So anytime you have witnessed any cheaters existing in the game, please report them for us. We're going to be dealing with them. All right, so coming up next, we have another question from our community. So it goes like this. Will our newly released Eve Echoes be connected with Eve Online profile? Because a lot of our players, they just want to, transfer all their property, all their ship, their spacecrafts, and their data directly to their mobile phone. So is that going to be possible for us?
Yeah, this is a very big question.
Sure. Okay.
Please help me translate. Yeah.
No problem.
EU Echoes 呢主要是发布在移动平台上，
Okay.
所以我们使用的一些技术还有这些也都是适应移动平台的。然后 如果我们去接相应的那Eve Online 的一些数据，会涉及到一些操作啊等等，遇到很多问题，然后也不利于游戏很快能够上线。然后，所以我们也就是另一方面，我们也期望Eve X 能够获得更大的一些用户群体，尤其是手游的用户群体。所以我们还是选择就是数据不去进行互通。我们也希望玩家能够在新的这Eve的平行宇宙中去生活。
Okay. So guys, unfortunately, due to some technical difficulty, we still cannot just directly transfer all your data, your profile from EVE Online directly to EVE Echoes, because they're running in two separated different platforms. One on your previous traditional devices, one on your mobile devices. So it's kind of hard, but actually, just like you guys, just like what you have said previously, we're still working on it. We're on the way all the time,
Yes.
bettering this gaming experience for all our gamers. And we need you to, support us
Yes.
and report your feedback just for us to adjust and to upgrade our game. All right, so coming up next, we have some other questions gained randomly from our participants, like right now. I got several of them on my iPad. So first things first. So how can our players occupy empty no-sec area in EVE Echoes? Like claim their sovereignty. Is that going to be possible?
Yeah, so currently the sovereignty mechanics will not be introduced in launch time. We will introduce this mechanic later, maybe several months later after the launch, because we want to give our players more time to prepare for the following battles. After the sovereignty is up, they will have a really harsh time to battle with different corporations and alliances to find their own base. So based on this, we will introduce this mechanic later. And at that time, we will review these details.
All right, so coming up, we have another question. Oh, this is like related to corporation in our new EVE Echoes. Like, what is a member limit in corporation? So are there going to be like a population limitation in corporation?
So the member limits will start at 50.
50 people.
Yes, and after you train your corporation management skill, it will comes up to 200.
200.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for the answer. So coming up, we have next question. What was that ship at the ending part of the footage? I don't even know which kind of ship you're mentioning that you're talking about. I don't even know.
I think they are talking about the spear-like ship.
The Yanjun ship?
Yeah, we just mentioned before. It's a battle cruiser.
Okay.
And it will has its own like Yanjun weapon system.
Okay.
And we will review this later.
All right, sure.
In the future, maybe.
Okay, so all these features, so all these pros and cons of this Yanjun faction is, remain for you guys to explore, to discover. All right, coming up next. Ooh, this is a really personal question, so I should say a shout out. So Melo's best haircut, please implement in game.
No.
I don't even know if our fans are actually talking about your haircut like right now or, some kind of haircut. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much for your suggestion. Coming up, we have another, I should say this is like an advice for us. Can you guys relax a little bit? You look so nervous.
So
we can be a little bit, mellow. Mellow's become mellow. Sitting right here. We can be a little, relaxed. Yeah. Of course, we should be relaxed. We should be relieved right now because we have definitely released our final, this releasing date of our new EVE Echoes. So just so you know, guys, for those of you who want to know more about us, our developers, so one of us, this guy sitting right here, Melos, is actually really multi-talented. You know what? He is a gorgeous dancer, specifically a popper, right?
Yeah, I can prove it.
Bust a move, man. Bust a move.
Actually, this is my first time to be on an official stream.
All right.
I think I'm a little bit nervous. So.
You're just being shy. I think you need some shout-outs. Woo! Melos.
Also, I don't want to be fired to like dancing on the official release
come
important
on.
stream. That will be a unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
so
we
you would
want it to
dance-
be unforgettable. What are you talking about?
So you will dance
No.
later?
No.
No. Maybe we can have some private time.
Our
to do
developers
dancing.
are still
Not on
really
this.
shy, I should say, but pretty much that's because you guys are not enthusiastic enough. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, for those of you who want to see our developers dancing, so keep supporting us, keep following us. Who knows? And they're gonna bust the move someday in the future. All right, coming up next, we got another last sentence. Launch the game now. Wow. We got a fan who just can't wait even a second. Right. So we just mentioned that the official releasing date of our new Eve Echoes will be this mid-autumn, mid-August.
Yeah.
Right. 3 months away. So be patient. We're still gonna need, some other time to better all our system to optimize all our mechanism existing in our game.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your patience. All right, so coming up next, I think that's our question. All right, thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, our dear Sue, Melos, and Lance thoughts. And aside from that, just for the record, so all our game, our newly released, our new Eve Echoes is due to be available on our Apple Store and also our Google Store. So do remember to join us, to join in this fantastical universe, this fictional world of Eve Echoes by pre-registering. Do pre-register, join us. Really important, all right? Anyways, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Thank you so much for all of our fans. Thank you for your feedback, your suggestion, and your love. So till next time, we out. Peace.
Bye bye.
07。
Oh, 7, guys, 07.